All right, this is part 2. Look at the time. Now this is what happened in Genesis. I was talking about how Yahuwah said he created good and evil, but it's not like he's sitting around and saying, okay, I'm about to get you because you did that. Man, he's a great king. He don't sit around and think about petty stuff like that. He like I said, he makes special appearances sometime. I might send angels or, according to your purpose for you. It's all thing. He said, for this is his will concerning you. It's another scripture that says that. But he said, but all things work out for the good of those who love him and called according to his purpose. So no matter what is going on in your life, it's for your good. And it will work out for you according to his purpose. He said, now the serpent, this is Genesis 3:1, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which was Yahuwah had made. And he said unto the woman, see, that's why we were also talking about, you got to do more than just read the scripture, because you'll go off base. Consider you may go off base if you just read it according to what you're seeing, because it has more levels to the knowledge of this word. Not that I know every level, but I'm just, from what I do, I'm sharing. So even in this, the serpent, who he's comparing to the beast, the actual serpent or snake that's on the ground, man has this nature. It's called the flesh. And also this serpent here is the mind of man that thinks according to the flesh, the lower stuff. Like the Jerry Springer of life, or those type of things. He just thinks about the base things. See, he can't understand love your enemy. It thinks about, that sucker tried to get over on me. I'm gonna do that sucker. That's the base mind. The way it think, don't nobody win. Now the serpent, the mind, the flesh mind, the carnal mind, was more subtle than any beast. Okay. Subtle than any beast of the field. So out of all of the thinking animals so if you compare the animals, just like when he brought the animals to the ark, you can say that all those animals is the way the natures and the minds of men. Men have those same characteristics as those animals, or the same thought patterns as those animals. But this particular mind, this is the lowest of the lowest. The serpent crawling on his belly. This is the lowest thinking of a mind out of all animals and the beasts of the field, which Yahuwah had made. And this mind that she had a debased mind. This mind that came to her. See, you got to also consider that all these things was already created through that word. That's just like if you plant seed in the yard. It's a possibility that weed gonna grow up with it too. And that's why I say don't separate the weed from the what's the word I'm looking for? Well, anyway, it just slipped my mind. But you know what I'm saying. Don't separate them until it's time for, because you'll destroy everything together if you just take one from the other. Let them grow together. So she had all this stuff already in her. But because she was sitting around contemplating one day, she started pulling from the base place in herself. And then she interjected that onto her husband. And he said unto the woman, well, her own mind basically said this, yea, has Elo said, I should not eat of every tree of the garden? I could just do whatever I want. Genesis 3, 2 and 5. And the woman said unto, see, she having a conversation with herself. Just consider that. You might not agree with it, just consider it though. And the woman said unto the serpent, basically said, to the, see, this is her reasoning mind. The mind she was given is now having communication with the lower self. She going back and forth within her mind. Man, should I do this? I should not do that. Should I tell him this? I should not tell him that. And the woman said unto the serpent, or said to her within herself, man, we can eat that. We can eat that. Ain't nothing gonna happen, But the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yahuwah has said, you shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die. And the serpent, the base part of her said, man, ain't nothing gonna happen. For Elo does not know. He don't know what he's talking about. But then it says, and the serpent said unto the woman, you shall not surely die. Man, he just jealous of you. You done rose above him. It's all about you, baby. He jealous of you. For he know that in the day you eat of it, then your eyes shall be open, and you gonna be just like him. Matter of fact, you gonna be better than him. And you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Matthew 4 and 9. And said unto him, all these things will I give thee if thou wilt fall down and worship me. The enemy don't give you full disclosure like Elo did. Elo gave you full disclosure of what's going to happen if you do this and do that. The enemy don't do that though. See right, he said, and he said unto him, all these things will I give thee if thou wilt fall down and worship me. He didn't say that you're going to earn this for working. He didn't say that you're going to, this is your right for this. He just said, I'm going to give this stuff to you if you will do my bidding, if you will worship me. Then was Yahusha led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. See, there's also, some people say, our minds can't comprehend what the true purpose of Yahuwah is. Although he tells you this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen. So you read his word and you know what's gonna happen because he already said it. So that's what's gonna happen. But the in between things, you don't really know all the details. But this place right here, if you're called and you're chosen by the Most High, and His Spirit sends you to the wilderness to be tempted of the devil, that means that you're called, you're chosen. Now you're gonna be tested to get your promotion, to get your true assignment. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward in a hunger. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the son of Elo, command that these stones be made of bread. Remember it says, he said, even the devil or the demons believe in Elo and tremble. They don't do what he say, but they believe and tremble. And when the tempter came to him and said, if thou be the son of Elo, command that these stones be made to bread. See that there go that subtleness again. And I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna use my own personal experience. This for an example. I'm not gonna call no names. I'm not gonna put on anybody what they're thinking, because I don't know what nobody's thinking like that. But I'm just gonna use this for an example. Like the other day, a lady came from the Edison, right? And she had a good spirit to me. She was friendly and all these things. But then I saw the subtleness. That's not saying she's bad. That's just in the flesh. Everybody has that subtleness. That's why you gotta be able to see it when it pops its ugly head. So she, we were talking, and I was telling her I got to stand up for me being a man, and standing up, being an indigenous man of this land, and I'm not asking for nothing that's not mine. All I'm doing is confirming and standing on what has already been established as truth, even though people may not accept it, but it's the truth. It's documented everywhere. We are the indigenous people of this land. That's not taken away from nobody else. That's just saying who we are. And it's recorded. It's established. Everybody knows it. So when we were talking, she said, "Well, I don't agree with that, right?" And I said to her, "I'm not asking you to agree with me. See, but the substance in that is, was she speaking for herself when she said I, because she made it personal? Or was she trying to deceive me by saying, I don't agree with this, but she was really saying that, trying to get me into a contract by saying, I am speaking for Edison. So we don't agree with this, so we don't have to abide by it. But because she said I, which made it personalized, I came back and said, you don't have to. But if you go ahead, but if we add some more things to that, the reason I said that was, I'm not asking you to agree with it. Meaning that Edison has already agreed to it because it is a branch of the United States company, which already agreed to the U.S. Constitution Article 6, which says all debt is already paid for and it's their obligation. All debt is their obligation. And it also says that there is no requirement for me to have to basically give a religious test or show any kind of allegiance to receive anything that is mine by right. I don't have to have no pledges, no allegiance. I don't have to kiss no behind to receive what is mine. So that was what I meant by that. But she had a smiling face though. And she seemed pleasant. So, all right, let me move on to the next video.